Hi everybody, welcome to the back room. My name is Grant and I'm delighted to be offering this segment on secret men's enlightenment. And we're going to be talking about trauma. Trauma. Tantra is not trauma. Tantra is not trauma. Despite what you might have heard through certain tantric circles. Oh yes, like trauma. Tantra is all about getting through trauma. We're very special because we've got this trauma. We've got to get through this trauma. And so we're going to work in a way that we use these tantric practices to get through this trauma, because this trauma has kept us stuck for so long, and it's so ingrained in us, and it's kept us so special. And so we're going to have to get through this trauma. Classical Tantra is not about trauma. Classical Tantra is about ecstasy. It's about samadhi. It's about merging into our true being and learning to live from that place. The trouble with the new approach to Tantra, which makes Tantra about trauma, is there's a very big danger that we then make that trauma oh so special, oh so attractive. Something to hold on to. This is my suffering. This is my pain. I'm going to make a small self out of that, and I'm going to cling on to that and be very special as a result. That's the opposite of what Tantra wants to do. That's the opposite of what classical Tantra wants to do. Classical Tantra wants to free us. And it offers a whole lot of tools, a whole technology to do that. And that's why Tantra literally means technology, tools to expand consciousness. Now, does classical Tantra say that trauma doesn't exist? Well, no. Of course trauma exists. Bullying, anxiety, depression, death, accidents, suicide. All of these are traumas. And none of us get out of life without experiencing at least some trauma, whatever that trauma might be. But what classical Tantra says is, see the trauma, acknowledge it, own it, and then here's the very important point. Move from it. Move from the trauma. Don't hold on to it. Don't make it something special. To make it something special keeps us caught in the specialness of our trauma. So if you're doing a workshop with a teacher who is well versed in Tantra, they will help you to see and recognize where your trauma is, because through their practice, they also would have looked at where their trauma is. And then, from that place, they'll help you move forward. Because the thing is, only you can move forward from your trauma. The best teacher in the world can't help you move away from your trauma. There's only one person that can help you move from your trauma, and that's you. That's you. You have to make that decision. We have to make that decision. I would say that in order to really be a human being, we have to experience some sort of trauma. Otherwise, we're not compassionate. We don't understand. You know, if someone comes to me and says, I've been bullied, I can honestly say to them, I understand. I understand. If someone comes to me and says, I have a partner who has issues with violence, at that point I'll say, well, I haven't had that experience myself, but I've heard of others who have. And so I understand that you need help with this. How can I assist? You see, so it's about taking that trauma and owning it, looking at it, and then moving forward. Moving forward. Where to? Where do we go to when there's nothing left? When there's no more trauma? What do we go to? Well, classical Tantra says we go to our natural state of ecstasy, our natural state of joy, our natural state of connectedness. And we learn to live from that place. It's like we become a deep, beautiful ocean. And the waves on the top are the traumas. They're the traumas. But we are the ocean. We're the ocean. We don't separate from the traumas. We don't say the traumas don't exist. We don't demean the traumas. But we see the traumas for what they are. Things that come and go. Things that come and go. Things that come and go. And through the practices of classical Tantra, through things like meditation, through things like mantra, through things like self-inquiry, we start to understand that rather than the waves of trauma that come and go and that are part of our life as a human being, we understand that those waves will be there, but that we are the ocean. We're the ocean. That deep, still ocean.